Hey, Big Brother fans. How long is this going to be? I'm not sure. It's Saturday, March 6th. March? No, we're in February still. February 16th. And I am on my way once again to another basketball game. I'm going to two today. One college, one high school. And, well, three if you include two games at the high school level because they play two different, it was a JV and a varsity game. We did our podcast last night, and I wanted to talk about it briefly before I got to the game and tied up the rest of my day. And I thought I would share with you guys and talk about a little bit about our show last night. So those of you that have not heard our show last night, first of all, stop listening to me. Go listen to our show from last night. 2 hours. At the very least, I need you to listen to the first 3 minutes, 3.5 minutes to where we get through, we introduce ourselves. Get at least at that point because, spoiler alert, I'm going to spoil something that happens in that first little bit that I was excited about and wanted everybody to hear. And so now I'm going to reveal that now, but I would rather you hear it live in the moment. Plus you get to hear the reaction to that happening, which is the whole point. All right, so I'm going to trust that those of you that want to hear it, that haven't listened to our podcast yet, you're going to listen to our podcast first, and now you're coming back to listen to me. We did our show, and we played the opening, and right after the opening, I'm going to play you exactly what we played, and we'll see how the levels are on this. This is me talking and that coming through, and I don't know if it's going to be really quiet compared to me talking. I'm just not sure, so we'll just have to go, and if it's really quiet, oh well, we'll deal with it. All right, so here it is.
Hi, this is Tom Green from Celebrity Big Brother, and you're listening to the Big Brother Gossip Show. Man, that was amazing. I love playing Big Brother. Awesome.
So, that is Tom Green. And I got that recording a week ago tomorrow, actually. I got it on Sunday. And we had been, it was kind of like, Tom Green's manager had been following me on Twitter, and for some reason had started including me in some of his tweets, and he was taking care of Tom Green's Twitter account, as it turned out. And so we didn't have necessarily any conversations going on. However, he seemed to be friendly and and interacting. And again, he tagged me a few times in some of his tweets and stuff. It's like, well, that's kind of cool. Obviously, he's trying to promote Tom and get stuff for him. But hey, I liked it, and I was kind of a fan of Tom, so it was kind of fun. And I thought, you know what? I actually could have done two things. I could have said, hey, would you think Tom would be interested in doing an interview? Kind of like we did with Shannon Elizabeth last year. I could have done that. And I would not doubt if they wouldn't have tried to work it out and done some kind of an interview. On the other hand, I don't think our Shannon Elizabeth interview was all that great last year. I mean, it was, I no diss on Shannon. It just didn't go over great. I think our interview that we did several years ago with Amanda from Big Brother 15, I mean, we did an entire show with her. And that was almost like, we're never going to top that. I mean, it was a fun show. You should go listen to it if you've never heard it. But there's just no topping that. So what are we going to do if we get Tom Green on? We tend to ask hard-hitting questions, uncomfortable things. We tend to put people on the spot. And while Tom may have been game for it, I just thought, I don't know. Let's just see if we can do this. Let's just see if Tom will just do a simple drop. Will he just say, hey, you're listening to the Big Brother Gossip Show? Plus, I think that's cool. That's something that we may be able to use in the future. Used to be all the time on radio stations. They'd get the band, the up-and-coming band would record that, or the hot band would record you. You're listening to the Q303, or whatever. And it was like, yeah, we got that band recorded that just for us. Well, now I have something that Tom Green recorded just for us. That was done. He took all of 11 seconds of his time and recorded that. But the fact is, he took 11 seconds of his time and did that. I don't even get it. If I said, if I pay you to do it, he would have been like, yeah, you can't afford me. So he did that. I got it recorded. His manager emailed it to me. I guess it was Sunday evening, last Sunday. He said, here you go. And it was like, oh, this is so cool. This is so cool. What am I going to do? I'm like, I hadn't even told Scott I was trying to do this. I was like, do I tell Scott? Do I not? Do I try to surprise both Scott and Colette with it? And I eventually decided that I could. First of all, I couldn't keep it to myself. I'm just like a kid. I'm like, I can't not tell anybody about this. One reason I might suck at Big Brother, by the way, in the house, I can't keep a secret. So I emailed it to Scott, and Scott's like, oh, that's great, that's cool. He said, we got to play it, at the beginning of the show. And he's like, well, we'll play it. I'll play it after all the opening music. I'll play the opening music because I thought he could play it at the very beginning and then start the song. But he's like, no, I'll play it after the song. I was like, all right, that works too. Yeah. We want to get Colette's reaction. We don't want to give her time to think about it. Kind of just an instant. I knew she was going to she was either going to hate it or she was going to act like she hated it or she was going to act like she didn't care. One of the two. That was the two reactions we were going to get. And either one of them would have been fun to play around with. So you guys that obviously, some of you may not listen to the show, but if you did, you heard the direction she went with it, and it was a blast, and it was fun, and she played along well, and it was really cool, and I was very excited, and I think I've dropped a few hints about it on this little thing the past week, and that's what it was all about. It wasn't a big, oh, we got an interview, but again, I think I could if we tried get to do an interview with Tom. You have to understand how stressful it is, and all of these different things. It's like, no, I think this was good. This was good enough. This was fun enough. So I may make it a task to see if I can gather any other Big Brother house guests to drop our name. I don't know if I will be able to or not. And I'm saying that now, but it's still, again, it's a lot of work. And so I don't know, but it was fun. It was cool. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys listened to our last show. That was a fun show we did last night. It was a long show for not having many clips. Obviously, we talked a lot and consumed alcohol, which always makes me tongue-tied. I cursed a little bit on the show last night because I was getting a little bit tongue-tied. But it was fun, and I hope you enjoyed it. And as for what is going on with me now until June, well, as I talk to you right now, I don't know if some of these people ask me to watch Big Brother Canada. I don't know if I can do it. I just don't know if I can do it. I know what an investment of time it is to do it and to talk about it, and I don't know. And so I'm not sure what I'm going to do. Right now I'm talking again about Big Brother today. The third day in a row since Big Brother ended, and I'm still talking about Big Brother, although I'm not saying much. I think I will switch over to my, then if I do, I don't know. At least for now, the next thing I do will probably be on my other podcast channel, which is Mike's Mostly Non-Big Brother podcast. And for those of you that don't know how to find that, just tweet at me. And for those of you that don't do Twitter, just email me. My email is ilovereality@gmail.com. I respond to emails. I don't think I ignore emails. If I've ever ignored your email, then send me again because it wasn't intentional. There are times when I read an email and I mean to get back to it, but maybe I read it in the middle of work and I'm like, oh, I'll do that later. And then 10 other emails come in and it gets buried and I space it. I would never intentionally ignore someone's email asking me questions and not answering them or something. So if I've ever felt I've ignored you, then just try me again. And apologies from me. What else? I did the thank you. I don't think I said. Did I say this on? I think I said this to Colette. Because Colette, Scott, and I talk for like a half hour before our show, and anywhere from a half hour to an hour after our show every time. And I don't know where I said this, but I did, as I had mentioned, I went out and I did a thank you. Appreciate you doing Big Brother to every single house guest that was in the show, including Anthony, just as trying to be positive, just trying not to be so negative. And I think I talked about this yesterday, maybe even too. But I did it, and so far, if I didn't mention it yesterday, Tom and Tom and Ricky are the two that have, given me a like. Now, understand, it's very likely now that anybody else will never see that because those things get buried. When you give a lot of people, I had not seen that. I've been tagged in a couple of Tom Green's posts where Tom Green has tweeted and I've been included in a tag. isn't Big Brother great or something? And then everybody in the world replies to that post that he does. Just for whatever reason, they just glom on. They just use that as an opportunity. Hey Tom, come see us or come do this, and you get all those, and you can't. It's so hard to wade through all of those to find the people that are actually, find a like. So if somebody likes in the middle of all those, if somebody likes one of my tweets, a lot of likes go on. Everybody liking that tweet of Tom's, it's showing up in my timeline that so and so's like this tweet that you were in. So it's like I very possibly could have missed some of these. What I would have to do is to go back to those tweets and then look at the likes that are on them and see if any of those celebrities like them. So I don't know if I'm going to worry about it. I just thought I'd mention that Ricky did at least like my liked my tweet towards him, or whoever's taking care of Ricky's account. Now, as I said, I've got 2 basketball games today, and I am on my way to the first. So I've got a college and then 2 high school games, and so I'm on my way to the first, and I'm almost to where I need to be to park. And then I've got to walk like 10 blocks because I am cheap and I don't pay for parking. And so I'm going to sign off in just a minute here. If you guys have any questions, again, you're welcome to tweet at me or email me. Again, I may turn around and respond to those on my other one if I switch doing what I'm doing. And what else? The commercials thing, several people have replied either saying they don't mind them or they don't get them. So some people aren't hearing the commercials at the end. So that's fine. But for those that don't mind them, thank you for letting me know. It's good to know that you're not terribly annoyed or anything with the commercials. So I'm not going to turn those off, at least for now. And yeah, that's what's up. And with that, I'm going to sign off as I try to navigate to find a parking spot here before I go to the game. And there's a lot of cars here. This could be a crowded game. Could be crowded for finding parking. Stick with me for 1 second and we'll see if I get lucky. I'm going to know, turning this corner right here, if there's spots. If this is all full, I may be parking further and having to walk a ways. No. Oh, yep, there's lots of spots. Got me a spot. Yay. That works. I am parked. All right, folks. Have a happy Saturday, and I will talk to you all down the road. Take care. Bye.